Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So this ends my two absolute favorite chapters in the Gita. I think are chapter 7 and chapter 12. Then chapter 12 is about to end. We're going to be doing chapter 13 soon. This is the last verse of chapter 12. So, okay, it's any misconceptions I had, any questions that I might have had, which I did have when I started this project of reading one verse a day in the beginning of last year, January 2023. About whether to go for the impersonal route or whether to go for the personal route. Like I didn't know which way I stood. So I was like, I mean, if you look at my initial descriptions on the videos, you'll see that I had written that I want to know which route to go. And I wanted to read multiple different versions of the Gita and try to understand which route I want to go. And I became pretty clear after a few months that it was the personal route. But if there was any doubt remaining at all in my mind, chapter 12 completely cleared it up, because Arjun asked in the very first verse of text. I think he's written text everywhere, and I've been using the word verse, so I don't know if I shouldn't be using the word verse and I should be saying text or whatever. So I'm going to be trying to switch to the word text. So yeah, text 1 says that Arjun asked, like, do we follow the impersonal route or the devotional route? The entire rest, which text 2 to text 20, has been all about bhakti. Bhakti is the best way to go. And he says over and over again, people who do this, people who do that, those are dear to me. So it's all about bhakti. So any doubt that anybody might have should be dispelled if you read the Bhagavad Gita. It's very, very clearly written there over and over again, the entire chapter 12. 19 texts, 19 verses. I really want to say verses. What does text mean? Text means nothing. Text is just text. Yeah, I'm texting you. I don't understand why it's called text and not verse. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so 2 to 20, all about bhakti. So it's very beautiful. Let's do our prayer and then we'll sing the verse together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Shri Krishna, please help me have real humility which helps me understand that my ego does not need to be at the forefront. I do not need to prove myself better than everyone else. I do not need to be the best person. I can be very, very happy being somebody, being a child of God, being your child, being loved by you just the same as everyone else is. And I don't need this. Please help me have real humility so that I understand that. And please help me access real love for you, because that love cannot happen without real humility. So please help me have access to real love for you, and please help us have access to real genuine humility and genuine love, so that we can attain Krishna prem, so that we can attain love for you, so that we can actually truly be happy in our eternal position as your servant. And thank you for this verse. Thank you for this chapter, this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous chapter. Thank you for it. And thank you for this text verse. Yeah, I'm saying Radhe Radhe right now. I'm not saying bye. Okay. I need to remember to turn on the screen. Okay. Let's sing the verse together. Ye tu dharmamritamedam yathoktam paryupasate shraddhanamatparama bhaktaste diva me priyah. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal are very, very dear to me. He says very, very, and I looked up what very, very is. Very, very is ativa. It's kind of reminding me of the Hindi word tivra. Tivra means like intense. So I'm wondering if ativa comes from there, or tivra maybe basically comes from ativa. So bhakta, he says, bhaktaha, devotees, very, very clear here also, and very dear to me. So those who have this nectar, amrit of religion, of dharma, amrit of dharma, this amrit of dharma, and completely engage with shraddha, taking me, mat paramaha, taking me as everything. Mat is saying me. Very clear verse, very clear verse. Those devotees, bhakta, those devotees are very, very ativ dear to me. Beautiful, beautiful, clear. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Krishna, for making it so brilliantly clear for us. So, yes, verse. Oh, he does say verse. Yay, I can say verse. I don't have to say text. I'm so relieved. From verse 2 through the end, he has explained the process of transcendental service of approaching him. They are very dear to the Lord, and he accepts a person engaged in him. So he makes it very clear, impersonal Brahman or personal service. There is explicitly that there is no doubt that devotional service is the best of all processes for spiritual realization. In this chapter, it is decided that through good association, one develops attachment for pure devotional service and accepts a bona fide spiritual master and begins to hear and chant and observe the regulative principles he's talking about. All of the things that we are doing. Yeah, and then he says the same thing here. Krishna responds in the second verse that he considers them to be the highest yogis who steadfastly engage in devotion upon his personal form. He continues on the topic, and he ends with the affirmation: the supreme path of spirituality is bhakti. Those who make the Supreme Lord as their goal and cultivate devotion with great faith, imbued with the virtues mentioned in the previous verses. He's also saying verses here. Yes, such devotees are exceedingly dear to God. Exceedingly dear. Ativa, exceedingly. Okay. Yes. Thus ends, let me read this one. Thus ends Bhakti Vedanta purports to the 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad. Okay. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purports to the 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of devotional service. Hari Bol. Okay, that's it for this verse. I will say verse now, not text. We will do the next verse in the next video, next chapter 13. We are starting to get to there's about half a year more. I was checking how much more is remaining, how many verses. So we've done about 1.5 years, and there's about half a year more. It's going to end, I think, if I continue to do only one verse a day, it's going to end in end of January. I might want to speed it up a little bit at this point and do 2 a day, but I'm not sure quite yet. I will definitely continue to make sure that I do 1 a day, but yeah, we'll see. Now that I have caught up and I am doing again 1 a day, I just took a few days break, so I'm still catching up with the last 3 days, but I've caught up with the 2.5 months. So I'm thinking that I might be able to deepen my understanding and listen to a lecture on the verse of the day beforehand and then speak on it. That would really, really deepen my learning, your learning, everything. It would just deepen the whole thing. It would be so good. I'm not sure that I'll do that yet. That's a very stretched thing, and I might do that some days, not do that some days. But it'll be just, how incredible would it be if I can listen to a lecture on this verse, an hour long or something lecture on this verse before I speak about this verse, so that I can really talk about it in a deep way and not just, yeah. Anyways, okay, that's it for this video. We'll do chapter 13 verse 1 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots and lots of spiritual growth. Radhe Radhe.